Here's another kind of sport, because most of us like going for a body bash when we're at the beach. Plenty of that coming up over the summer approaching, and our next guests are taking it to a whole new level, putting their bodies on the line.
Oh my goodness, we take a look inside the thrill seekers' world of body surfing and how they take on the big waves. Joining us now from WAW Handplanes is Nicholas Brbot and Rikki Gilbey. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How you going?
Now, my pa used to take me body surfing a lot, but it didn't look like that.
No.
Tell us what made you dive in the deep end, so to speak.
Yeah, well, I guess it's just kind of chasing that adrenaline. Like, when I was swimming, starting off, like I started on the small waves, and then you get a day that is bigger, and then you're searching for that bigger wave and that bigger thrill, and it's just kind of turned into what it is.
Is there any element of fear, though, the deeper you go into the ocean?
Oh yeah, there's always fear.
Sure.
There's always fear. It's just kind of trying to conquer that fear, staying safe, and I'm always out there with someone, so yeah.
I mean, we often have big wave surfers on this show, and we look at the waves and think they must be mad, but they have a surfboard to sort of, I guess, help them float. You don't.
Yeah, well, I guess sometimes the difficulty with a surfboard is actually getting under the wave, and the surfboard will hold you under. But if it's just you, your pair of fins and hand plane, you can swim underneath a bit easier. You've got nothing kind of holding you down.
These hand planes have really revolutionised this part of the sport, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's really making it a lot easier to body surf, and Rikki makes them.
Yeah, well, Rikki, tell us about them.
Well, they just enhance the whole body surfing experience. So if you're new to body surfing, they make the whole thing easy. Allow you to get up into a wave nice and early, put your body up on the water rather than remaining in it. We've all been born with these nice surfboard-shaped bodies. It's just about trying to get your body up onto the water surface.
Some of us don't have that, though. When they get into their mid-40s, can someone could I take it up?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
But the general rule is if you can swim, you can body surf.
Okay, so
It's like a mini baby surfboard, really.
It is. It's just a surfboard for your hand to give you that lift to get your chest up and up the water, put you on it.
I can imagine though that if you don't time it well, just like surfing, you're going to wipe out.
Yeah.
They're massive waves. What's the longest that you've been held under the water?
Well, Nick's probably more qualified than me in a wave charger.
Yeah, I've been held under for probably around 20 to 30 seconds. It's hard to judge when you're underwater because there's so much going on. I think the difficulty is getting that last gasp of breath before you actually go underwater, because you don't know when you're going to go underwater.
Oh, I'm just thinking about it. I mean, when you're in the surf, when I've been in the surf and you have that big wave coming for you and you get dumped and you kind of rolling all over yourself and you don't know where up is, that's a really frightening experience.
It's part of the fun. That's why in body surfing we call it whomping. So it's the sound of that motion when you get sucked up and over and it's whomp.
The DP going out. Sorry, it's the DP going out. Obviously, in zones that surfers traditionally have. Yeah. Of course, it's a massive issue in surfing. The culture starts dropping in with the congestion and stuff out there. Is there very competitive for the wave?
Generally speaking, I think surfers and body surfers surf different waves or different parts of the waves, so we're not actually in the same kind of area that often. But the times that we are, as soon as they can see that we can generally surf a wave, we get a lot of respect, and the community's pretty good with it, yeah.
So when they're walking out with their, big boards under their arms and you kind of walk along the beach carrying this, what do they say? What do they think?
I get a couple of funny looks because I'm normally out there in my budgies as well, all through the winter too.
Traditionalist,
yeah. So they got their thick wetsuits on, and then so they like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are any of them been tempted to kind of take it off you and have a go for themselves?
Yeah, a lot of people will ask for it in the water. The surfers will, let me have a look at this, and I'm not sure if they try it, but they're keen on trying it.
Wow.
Converting people is one of my favourite things to do.
Well, I don't think you'll have many problems doing that. And of course, Christmas just around the corner. I think there'll be a fair few of these under trees right around our great nation. So, Rikki, Nick, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much, guys.